Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, I got a package in the mail. Not sure, I believe it was Amazon, but I will put the price and the name of where I got it from down below. Or where my wife got it from, actually, I should say. Now, what this is around here, it can be hot and rainy at the same time. Heck, it can be hot and snowy at the same time. Weather just varies. So, something I'd like to have on all my cars, and yet have not put them on all my cars, but this one's a keeper for us, is these here. And I'm sure I got this backwards probably. I don't know. It might go this way. I don't think it goes this way. But I got a set of these. And I'm going to pull them out. And right now, before I still can take them back if I need to, I am going to check these out and make sure they're going to fit. I kind of got this in place, quite honestly. I don't know if yours will do this, but it is sticking kind of by itself. I don't know if there's a little bit of the sticky stuff on there or what. And what I'm doing, for now anyways, is kind of following this line. There's a line up above the window for now. I'm just putting this on here to kind of hold it kind of where I want it, or at least so it doesn't end up on the ground. Just to make sure I like the looks of it, first of all. And second of all, when I go to do the front here, I want to make sure that wherever this ends up is fairly parallel with the whole thing. Like, I want this to follow into this and come this way. Will it work that way? I honestly don't know. The way things are going right now, I'm thinking not. This is not the right bend in the front here. This has got to come down quite a bit, which you want this at somewhat of an angle, and if you follow the angle at the top of this door, it is at somewhat of an angle going up towards the back. But if I follow the line of the actual door that's above here and kind of stick it on there, it is not really lining up. This looks a lot lower from here to here, so this has definitely got to kind of come up a little bit anyway, for my satisfaction. I'm just eyeballing it for the most part. And what I'm kind of doing is putting the bottom of this is kind of at the top of this line right here right now to get this to line up kind of the way I want it. And I'm bringing it back so that this line right here lines right with this line that's going in the door right here, to some extent. Yet again, there is going to be a fudge factor with this no matter what I do, because I need that to kind of come down a little bit like that. I really don't. I'd rather have it kind of right here where it's lining up with all the black down here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's definitely not going to work. So I do believe that's about where I'm going to want to be here, right in this area. And I'm going to kind of take this up and take a look at it. I'm going to step back as much as I can and take a look at it and see if I like the looks of it. I want a little form and function with this, I guess. I do think these look fairly nice usually on rigs, and they also work really well around here. Like I said, the weather can definitely vary and still be hot. And I think that's about where we're going to go. I'm a little lower here than I would maybe like. Yet again, I'm going to just fiddle with it until I get it where I want it. You don't need to watch me try and get it perfect, because I could be here for decades. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't like the way this is right here. I wish this line kind of met up with the black here somehow, but we'll go with it. And then it comes up around and meets pretty well there. And this, yet again, I think works fairly well. It is a little wider, I think, than I would like. So with this one, I definitely went with the door line that's up here. The top of this follows the door line, and right here where these lines are that go in the door here line up with where this curves down into the door right here, as well as where it curves into the door right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera, but there's a line right here, and the curve comes right into that. It's a little further forward maybe in the front, but close enough. That curve right there on this front one here also pretty much lines up with that door, or is very close with that. But on here, I definitely had to bring this up quite a bit and kind of just make it fit as close as I could to this down here without making it so that I wasn't going to be able to hit the sticky stuff on a panel here. So the front one's a little harder. I would suggest, if you get the same thing, start with the back one where it fits nice, and then figure out how to make this one fit. And until you get that figured out with any of them, no matter what kind of car you got, I would use the tape on them and kind of look at them and get them where you want them. Now I got some isopropyl alcohol. I put my marks here and here. I don't know if you can see those, but I just put them in pencil. And a rag that looks dirty but is clean. And trying not to mark or take off my marks here, I'm just gonna do a good wipe down with isopropyl alcohol. Ooh, I almost took that one off, but I can still see it. And I'd wipe up further because I don't know exactly. And we'll go along here. I do think that we are going to have a little bit of overhang here, so I might need to bring it up a little bit, to be honest, the more I look at it. So I do think I am going to go ahead and just clean this up. I'm going to make new marks and probably have to refit everything, because the more I look at it, where this tape is going to be hanging down in this area, because there's a pretty good size thing there. So I think I'm going to have to come up a little bit, which is a bummer on the front because I'd rather it come down a little bit, but I'll make it work. I'm going to fiddle with these a little bit, and I'm going to get them right where they look good, just the same as I just showed you. So you can see I put this back up, and I left this one where it was. As you can see, I basically put this where it was before, maybe had to fudge it a little bit, but then brought this up some on this side. And also, instead of pencil, I went ahead and put tape here, so that shows me where I can lay that way when I wipe it with alcohol, I won't wipe my marks off that way. So a little bit different idea there. Something I don't know if I got right here, it's really hard to see because it's black, but this has a curve right here, and I made sure that this curve lines up with this black here, so it looks a little nicer. And there's definitely a bit of a line in it right here that you can't see on camera that lines up with this line, so that way I'll know where I want this edge once I've, you know, placed everything. I might go ahead and actually put a piece of tape along the outside edge here. That way I'll know where this is supposed to be, up down kind of. But otherwise, I think we're ready to wash it with alcohol again. Just regular isopropyl alcohol and a clean rag. And then we'll peel off the tape and start sticking it down. Tape up here. We got our alcohol and wipe this all down good. Now we got the two-sided sticky tape here. We're just going to peel part of a corner up here. Start peeling that back. Now, I'm just going to pigtail it like that and just start with one here, so that if we make any mistake, we can hopefully not stick it down too much here. And I'm just going to start with that corner and let that stay out a little bit here. I'm going to hold this here is about where I want it. Pretty happy with that. And I'm going to start sticking that down. This is stain stuck. Normally I'd probably tape this down a little bit here, but I'm going to just kind of go with it, hold it. We'll take this and I'm going to push this down good. That should pretty well keep it where it's going to be. Then I'll lightly hold it over here as I kind of start pulling this out. And then now we should still start sticking on there pretty good. We can probably finish off for the most part, bring it around. I'll just go ahead and give it a little pressure. And all the way to the end. Now, I probably should take my rag, because this is pretty dusty, actually wipe this down so I don't scratch it too awful bad. I don't have an excessive amount of alcohol on here. Most of that's gone away for the most part, but just so I don't scratch it anymore than I probably already have. And then this stuff likes a lot of pressure. Got to really push down hard and give it a lot of pressure. And even then, the better way of doing this would be on a fairly warm day, so this gets good and tacky and sticky. It's fairly cold outside, but I do have a heated garage, but I don't keep it heated all the time, so even then this is probably not ideal, but we'll get a good idea on how good this sticky stuff is on here as double-sided tape. It really does look like 3M, but it doesn't say anywhere on it 3M, so I would kind of doubt that it is. Usually 3M likes to plaster their name all over everything. And there you go. That is, for all intents and purposes, all you need to do. This tape right here has been cut right here, so if I was to start at this end and peel it up like I did on the last one, once you got to here, this will peel off and you probably wouldn't be able to get to that to peel this off. So you might take a look at that on all of these. You never know if they put a whole piece on the back of it like they did on that one. They might run out and do it halfway through kind of thing, or right here it's where they cut it off. I'm still going to start at this end because, yet again, this is the more I want these to line up. This I can fudge a little bit along here if I need to make it look right or get it to set right. So there we go. We got the pigtail up. You know what I didn't do? I didn't wipe this down with alcohol. So there you go. Yet again, this is where filming kind of sucks. You end up making mistakes because you're kind of thinking about filming instead. So I'm going to do the best I can at wiping this down. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to do it. So if you like videos like these, the best way to watch them is to go onto my channel, go to the playlist, and each one of my vehicles or all my DIY handyman stuff, all my different things are in a playlist. So go check out the playlists, and I'm sure you'll find something there you'll enjoy. Well, thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.